My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Aquarius. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading, past, present, future, 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started on your reading. Okay, the general card is the Four of Swords. What I see here in the past is, you get the Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups reversed, and 10 of Wands. Okay. What I see here is, you kind of got, or, you did get some kind of form of abundance with the Nine of Pentacles, which is very honorable and admirable to have. But yet, for some reason, you felt incredibly drowned and kind of swamped a bit with the 10 of Wands. The thing is, it's like what I kind of see here is, this could have been, some kind of responsibility or some kind of like maybe work or something. I'm kind of getting like a job situation, where you probably get paid, really good salary, which is good to know. But somehow you feel incredibly burdened and a bit drowned in the whole situation. Well, the thing is well, nothing worth having comes easy. So whatever, this whole, incident is, whether it's a job that's making you feel overworked or feel burdened somehow, the thing is you do have to remind yourself why you're in that situation in the first place, right? So that's kind of, more or less sort of a silver lining kind of reminder. It's more or less the saying, well, why did I choose this career in the first place? Well, you probably like the salary, you probably like the money situation, but yeah, for some reason, sometimes, with some jobs, they pay nice and well and stuff like that, but yeah, you felt incredibly swamped a bit and a bit burdened. Well, the thing is, it's like, hopefully, it's like, I hope it's really not going to be all too bad and stuff like that, because what I've mentioned even in my previous readings, if something is really causing you a lot of grief and problems, I would just let go of it and just say, okay, I'm going to try something different. Now, I don't think this, without, what I just said, should apply to this situation right now, because in current times, you get the Eight of Wands, Temperance, and Seven of Wands. Okay, so, what I more or less kind of see here is maybe you are kind of letting go of something that took place in the past, because with the Eight of Wands, you're heading towards something quite fast, or something is heading towards you. Now, I see you more or less as taking off, like maybe an overseas kind of job opportunity. If you're in the United States, maybe you're going to come over to Europe or Scandinavia, Africa, Middle East somewhere, but I do see you traveling in current times with the Eight of Wands, because something is, this is like some kind of fast movement, sort of like the Chariot. And it's giving you some kind of serenity and at peace and balanced feeling, and you're defending this new career or this potential offering, whatever it may be, with the Seven of Wands, because it's like those wands here are like kind of like the roots, or kind of like the seeds that you're planting, and you're pretty much protecting and defending this new situation and stuff like that. But I'm still gonna have to do clarification, especially clarification, because I want to know more about the situation. Because in the future, you do get the Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Sun. I think I've done, Leo and Aquarius, I think you got a couple of Leo cards in the past. What I see here is, I see that either something, could not work out, but the sun will eventually, shine for you. But I see this as more or less like internal fears about the future. The thing is, it's like, about thinking, well, what if it's not going to work out? I mean, something obviously caused me to feel overburdened and drained and drowned in the past and stuff like that. But what if it might come back in different forms again? Well, the thing is, like, I just only know that the sun will eventually shine for you again. I mean, this is a Leo card. You can have Leo somewhere in your star chart. I mean, it is your opposite sign. But I more or less see is that, it's like we don't know what the future holds. We don't know what's going to happen in a week or in a month or even a year. But what we do right now, I love the fact that you're defending and protecting something, and you're pretty much, at ease with it, and there's some kind of growth and development for you. That is what's going to be impacting your future. But if you're only just going to be sitting here thinking, oh goodness, well, what if it's all just going to be one big giant nightmare and stuff like that, then most likely it'll be a giant nightmare. But I don't wish that for anybody out there. So I think, it's like these are just more or less internal fears, but the sun will eventually be shining for you. Well, off to clarification. Nine of Pentacles, strength. What is with you and Leos? Okay. Something gave you incredible confidence and strength, and maybe also the abundance probably gave you some kind of confidence in the past. So obviously, whatever this job career pretty much gave you such wonderful confidence, my beloved Aquarius man or woman, whoever is watching. And that's what I like to see. Hard work should pay off, but of course, when you have such strength and courage, I mean, I know a lot of strong Aquariuses out there. Please, I know how many wonderful, amazing male and female Aquariuses out there that are very strong, determined, because you know what you and Leo have in common? You're fixed. You're determined. With the King of Cups reversed, you get the Lord of Knives, the King of Swords. This was you. So despite kind of feeling a bit overwhelmed and a bit swamped and a bit, like maybe you were in a drowning situation, hopefully not really, but here you were as the King of Swords, man of woman. And the thing is, what I love about this is a strategic, analytical, and determined card, because it's like, of course you were not going to allow yourself just to be stuck in this situation, because you used your mind, you used your intelligence, you used your common sense, your experience to say, oh no, we're going to just have to get out of this situation, and you did. Remarkable. And that's what I love and admire about all Aquariuses out there. The ones who are following me, thank you all so wonderful for your contribution and support. For any potential people that want to join, I just admire you all incredibly. 10 of Wands, you felt burdened and stuff like that because you got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so what I see here is, you had to let go of something, because that's why, you're heading off towards something way different. You felt probably overburdened, stressed, overworked, unhappy. So, maybe you did take my advice. Maybe you used your own intuition, your own guidance. Maybe somebody else told you this, to say, if something is just only causing you nightmare and grief and problems, let it go. Because life is literally way too short, trust me. I mean, it's like my life ended like that, instantly. And the thing is I've seen many humans come and go, hellos and goodbyes, for hundreds of years and stuff like that. I've seen thousands, even millions of people dealing with all kinds of 10 of Swords situation. But again, life is way too short. The thing is we don't know what's going to happen in a week or a month or a year. So that's why, choose whatever you want to do and enjoy life, 8 of Wands, because you get the Tower. You're heading off to something, and because that something is breaking down. I don't really see that you're heading down towards the Tower moment. I see you heading away towards the Tower moment, and that's what I like to see. Because this is kind of like saying, I'm saying goodbye to the 10 of Swords situation, because that situation did not work out for me at all. And, the thing is life is way too short, which I keep, having to repeat myself, but you have to remind yourself, do I want to keep doing something for the rest of my life that's just, even if it pays well, if it's actually compromising your physical and mental well-being, I would just kind of just say, okay, that was fun for a while, but I need to try something different, something that's going to keep me alive and happy, and not something that's just going to keep me, in a burdened, situation, Temperance. The High Priestess. Interesting. You can have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio somewhere in your, even with the King of Cups. But this is what I like to see, is you're finally putting, you're using the upper book of knowledge from this High Priestess, probably your intuition and senses that are guiding you towards a serene and beautiful, at peace moment where you pretty much just think, I'm confident enough because I left the past situation. Yes, I'm entering into something that may not be entirely stable, like with the Tower, but I more or less see you leaving the Tower situation. And this is you pretty much kind of in a very stable, and this is even in the center of the entire read. So this is you actually in a very stable, grounded situation, because you used your mindset, your experience, your book of knowledge, your intuition in any way, just to put you in a very beautiful, serene mindset. Plus, you can even have Sagittarius somewhere in your star chart as well. 7 of Wands, you get 7 of Swords. So the thing is, I don't per se see that you're in a deceptive situation. The 7 of Swords, is definitely a deceptive and con artist kind of situation, but it's also an act of strategy and analytical thinking. Because what do con artists do to actually approach their victims? They use their intelligence, their experience on what went wrong to actually be able to approach their victims and stuff like that. But I actually see you putting a lot of strategy, analytical, and determination into defending this beautiful cause of the 7 of Wands, whatever it may be. A new job, a new opportunity, a new passion project, a new anything, but you're finally putting your time and effort into this new endeavor or voyage, sometimes real soon, and I can't say when or how, but I just love how admirable this is. Nine of Swords in the future. You get Queen of Grail. So the thing is this is where I see you actually taking good care of yourself, because what I've even told the previous zodiac signs is that the only person who could actually take good care of your nightmares, your worries, your sorrows, your pains, your suffering is you and you alone. Don't allow yourself to be dependent on other people and think, oh my goodness, they are not around me and now I'm having a panic attack. The thing is you want to avoid having to be dependent on other people when you have, such nightmares and negative, situations taking place, because the only person who could ever get you out of this situation is for you and you alone. And I see you doing a lot of self-care, self-nurturing, self-love, and healing. So the thing is okay, I can understand how all of this uncertainty could cause one to make you feel like, oh goodness, there's just so many negative situations going on. What if this and that breaks down? What if I lose my job? What if I do this, lose my house? All of these fears and stuff like that. This is your senses coming to you and thinking, don't worry, Aquarius, I'm going to be taking good care of you, and that is you taking good care of yourself. Knight of Pentacles reversed, something is not moving, but here you are as a Knight of Swords. So you already get the King of Swords in the past and the Knight of Swords in the future. And that's what I like to see, is your determined, analytical, and strategic self is pretty much getting you back on that metaphorical horse of whatever it may be. And just, get yourself some roses for all I care. But just don't give up. Keep going. The thing is, okay, when you fall down, and you injure yourself, take good care of the wound so it just doesn't, get worse and stuff like that. But if that's what I actually see you doing, is you're taking good care of all your metaphorical wounds and all kinds of scratches and stuff like that, because you are determined and ambitious and wanting to keep going forward. For the Sun, you get Lord of Grails, the King of Cups upright. So to be honest, I can't show the Sun to you, but the Sun, you aren't incredibly determined, because you're going to be healing. You're going to be entering into new sunny moments. Can't say when or how. I know that the sun moment will start at the end of March, but that's kind of what I see for you, is you are incredibly determined, ambitious, goal-oriented, heading off into a wonderful, beautiful, loving, supportive, diplomatic situation up into sunny times. Now this could take place during March, April, May, June, July, or maybe even around July and August, around Leo season, but I do see the sun will eventually shine for you, because you're going to be in a very nurtured, strong, confident, in other way, because you are incredibly ambitious and goal-oriented as you are. Because what do you and Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio have in common? I didn't see the Death card. Is you guys are incredibly fixed individuals and determined. Six of Cups is your special vampire card. Now I can understand there's a bit of nostalgia taking place, so remember the past with any kind of wonderful moments that took place. Maybe you enjoyed, eating that vampire Count Chocula cereal, for all I know. I know the human enjoys eating that kind of stuff. I just think, okay, I can't eat. But the thing is if there's any kind of nostalgia that took place, keep them. But what this card is more or less telling me to tell you is to say, you have to remind yourself of all of the wonderful goals and ambitions, or any kind of, achievements that you've overcome. And that's what the past is more or less saying, is whenever you're headed towards with any kind of uncertainties about the future, the past is here to remind you to say, Aquarius, remember when we got that cup. Aquarius, remember when we got this certificate, this diploma. Remember how we actually got chosen for this wonderful moment situation. We won this race. We got the golden egg. We got a blue ribbon. We got this and that. You have to remind yourself and ground yourself and anchor yourself with all of your past achievements, because then that is a reminder to see how strong and capable you are. Just like the sun, just like any other, Leo, I don't think there was any other Leo, but the thing is you have to remind yourself how strong and confident you are. And that's, the only person who can remind you is you, and you yourself alone. Now let's see what Oracle has. Free will. Okay, I think I gave this to Sagittarius. Sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. Now remember that, you should be a free spirit. You should have independence, because that's what I even want to remind you is, enjoy the independence. Not saying that you should actually prefer to be alone, unless, you prefer to be with other people. But remain as independent as possible, and do not allow other people, to always have to be there for you. Because the thing is how can I phrase this better? Is when you're able to overcome any kind of obstacles in your own way, it shows how strong and courageous you are. You could definitely have Leo, but you'll get another Sagittarius. I mean, I gave this to Sagittarius. I'm not saying that this is a Sagittarius card, but to remind you that, you'll be as independent as possible, and then it'll show how courageous and strong you are. Wow. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video, because for number 1, you get yes with the 7 of Pentacles, yes with the 2 of Swords reversed, and sadly no with the Chariot reversed. Well, my beloved, beautiful, amazing Aquariuses, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but if this reading resonated, please feel free to join and subscribe on more vampire journey towards the future. So thank you guys so much for supporting me in my channel. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going to go back to love rings. I'm going to go back and forth between general love for now, but I just want to say how much I love you guys incredibly, and thank you all so very much.